The moment you wake up, before doing anything else, no checking your phone, no thinking about your worries, place your hand over your heart. This simple act signals to your body that a change is happening. In this state, where you're just waking but not fully alert, your mind is most open to new programming. For the first 20 minutes of your day, speak intentional, empowering words aloud in a soft tone or whisper. Say things like, "Today marks the beginning of my transformation," or "Every cell in my body is awakening to new possibilities." Feel these words deeply, letting their meaning sink into every part of you. During these sessions, maintain complete focus. If your mind drifts to your worries or daily tasks, gently bring it back to the moment. This isn't meditation, it's active mental reprogramming. You're laying down new neural connections and setting the foundation for a fresh reality. In the afternoon, take advantage of another key window of receptivity, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Find a quiet space, whether it's your car, a private corner, or even a bathroom. Spend 5 minutes reconnecting with your morning declarations. This time, incorporate movement. Walk with purpose or use deliberate hand gestures as you affirm your statements. Physical movement amplifies the message. Remember, this isn't just about changing thoughts. It's about shifting your entire state of being. Throughout the day, remain vigilant about your self-talk. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do this," or "this is too difficult," pause immediately. Replace those thoughts with affirmations like, "I'm fully capable," or "I handle challenges with ease." Don't let a single negative thought go unchecked. Every word you think or speak matters. In the evening, take time between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. for reflection and reinforcement. Sit quietly for 15 minutes, again placing your hand over your heart. Reflect on your progress, no matter how small. Express gratitude for your efforts and visualize the changes you're making. Say things like, "Today, I strengthened my neural pathways. I moved closer to my goals. Tomorrow will bring even greater transformation." And let these words resonate in your body and build an emotional response. This emotional intensity is vital for solidifying neural changes. Timing matters immensely because your brain follows natural rhythms of peak receptivity. By aligning your self-talk with these optimal times, you maximize the impact of your words. You're working in harmony with your brain's natural processes rather than against them. Over these 3 days, you must actively manage your state. If you notice yourself slipping into old patterns of fear or doubt, pause and take 3 slow, deep breaths. Remind yourself, I am in the middle of transformation, and every moment is an opportunity for change. Keep a small journal handy to record instances of negative self-talk. Write down each negative statement and replace it with a positive alternative. Replace it with a positive alternative. Reviewing these notes at the end of the day will serve as a powerful reminder of your progress. Before you go to sleep, review your empowering affirmations one last time. Let them be the final thoughts in your mind as you drift into rest. Your subconscious mind will continue to process these ideas throughout the night. Remember, these 3 days are not about being perfect, they're about redirecting your focus. You might find yourself reverting to old habits occasionally, and that's okay. The key is to catch yourself quickly and make this shift back to intentional, positive self-talk. Do not get married to inaccuracy. Okay. Sinek, she whispered to herself. Let's dive deeper into what's happening in your body as you adopt this new self-talk track pattern. This isn't just a mental exercise. It's a profound biological shift. Your thoughts act like the managers of your body's intricate chemical factory. When you create heart-brain coherence through intentional self-talk, your heart starts emitting a rhythmic, measurable energy. Your heart's nervous system sends more signals to your brain than the other way around. Placing your hand on your heart while speaking with kindness and power creates a coherent heart rhythm. This in turn signals your brain to reduce stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, allowing you to feel a deep sense of calm and control. As stress decreases, your body begins producing what can be called chemicals of possibility: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. These chemicals not only make you feel better, but also trigger changes in your genetic expression. Your cells respond to these signals by shifting their energetic vibration. This is why people who master their self-talk often experience noticeable physical transformations. They exude a different energy, and even their facial expressions shift. With consistent, empowering self-talk, your cells adapt to these elevated states. They start craving the feel-good chemicals, making it easier to sustain positive changes. This isn't just about improving mood. It's about rewiring your entire biological system. By following this 3-day protocol with focus and determination, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're transforming your biology and reshaping your future. Instead of constantly reacting to perceived threats, remind yourself that your body cannot tell the difference between real stress and imagined stress. When you say to yourself, "I can't handle this," or "this is overwhelming," your body responds as if you were in immediate danger. But when you change your internal dialogue to, "I am capable and I handle challenges with confidence," your body creates an environment of strength and resilience. You're not just shifting your thoughts, you're altering your entire biological system. Every word you speak to yourself is either moving you toward optimal health or pulling you away from it. There's no neutral self-talk. Every internal dialogue is driving a biological response. But here's something crucial to understand. When you begin this new habit of self-talk, your body will resist. It might feel uncomfortable or fake, and your mind may try to pull you back into old familiar patterns. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's your body's chemical dependency on previous emotional states. Your body has become used to certain emotional patterns, like stress, doubt, or worry. Like any addiction, it craves its usual fix. Your body wants to reach its usual fix. When you start introducing new patterns with empowering self-talk, your body will naturally push back. It's true. Is it true? This resistance is not only psychological, but also deeply biological. In those moments, remind yourself that the discomfort is actually proof that change is happening. It's like the soreness you feel after a workout. It means you're breaking down old patterns to build something stronger. The unease you feel is your neural pathways reorganizing themselves. You might hear thoughts like, "This isn't working," or "You're just pretending." Recognize these as the remnants of your old programming, trying to hold on. Your old self-talk patterns are like well-trodden paths in your mind. When you try to create new paths, the old ones will seem more inviting because they feel familiar. But every time you resist the pull of your old emotional habits and stick with your new empowering self-talk, you're reinforcing new neural connections. You are literally rewiring your brain. The discomfort you feel is temporary. It's the labor of birthing a new version of yourself. Pay attention to the early signs of transformation. At first, they might be subtle, Perhaps you'll notice better sleep, more energy, or improved posture. These are indicators that your new self-talker is beginning to take root at a biological level. If you feel a surge of doubt after a couple of days, don't see it as a failure, see it as progress. This is when your body's emotional addiction fights hardest. So it might make you feel irritable, tired, or tempted to quit. Push through. You'll know you're transforming when you catch your negative self-talk more quickly and naturally redirect it to positive, empowering thoughts without much effort. This is your new neural wiring becoming stronger. The internal struggle you once felt will start to fade, and your new patterns will feel more natural. Remember, discomfort is temporary, but the transformation is lasting. Every time you choose your new self-talk over the old, you're reshaping your brain, building new neural pathways, and becoming someone entirely new at a cellular level. The key is to stay committed, especially when it feels hardest. When everything inside you wants to revert to old habits, that's when you're closest to a breakthrough. Don't let momentary discomfort steal the permanent transformation you're working toward. This process isn't about feeling good all the time. It's about committing to your new self-talk, even when it's difficult. That's how you create lasting change, strengthen new patterns, and transform your biology for good. As you change your self-talk, you're not just changing yourself. You're altering the possibilities around you. This isn't just self-improvement. It's a quantum transformation that touches every part of your life. People around you will notice the difference. As you speak to yourself with positivity and confidence, you'll show up differently in the world. Your energy will shift, and people will respond to you in new ways. Even before you say a word, your presence will influence the spaces you enter. In your professional life, new opportunities will appear, not because the world has changed, but because your new self-talk has attuned you to possibilities you couldn't see before. You'll make decisions with more clarity, speak with greater confidence, and lead with more purpose. Your internal dialogue creates a ripple effect, shaping your external reality. Your health will improve too. By shifting your self-talk, you're altering your body's stress response, strengthening your immune system, improving your sleep, and enhancing your overall well-being. People often report that long-standing health challenges begin to improve. This isn't a coincidence. It's your new biology expressing itself through the power of transformation. Your thoughts and words create ripples in the quantum field, broadcasting new frequencies that attract matching experiences and opportunities. You'll notice synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that align with your new way of being. The right people will enter your life, and the right doors will open. This isn't luck. It's quantum mechanics in action. Your new self-talk isn't just changing your thoughts. It's reshaping your reality. You're no longer the same person who started this journey. Your DNA is expressing itself differently, and your energy field is vibrating at a higher frequency. You're becoming someone who naturally attracts better experiences and opportunities. Your transformation is more than personal. It influences the possibilities for everyone around you. When you change, you create a pathway for others to change too. Right now, you're at a crossroads. This moment isn't about waiting for the right time. It's about starting now. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, you'll face a choice. Will you fall back into old patterns of self-talk, or will you embrace the most important conversation of your life, the one that will reshape your brain, body, and future. Oh yeah? When you wake, place your hand on your heart. Take 3 deep breaths and say these words with conviction. Today, I step into my new reality. Today, my thoughts create my future. Today, I become the person I know I can be. Don't just say these words. Feel them in every cell of your being. Let them shake loose everything that no longer serves you, clearing space for new growth. Keep your faith and say these words for new growth. The universe is ready to respond to your decision. The quantum field is waiting for your energy to shift. Every cell in your body is prepared for this transformation. But you must take the first step. Begin this new dialogue with yourself today. Imagine where you'll be 3 days from now, 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now. Visualize the life you'll create with consistent, intentional self-talk. The possibilities are limitless. This isn't just about changing your thoughts. It's about rewriting your destiny. It's about becoming the person you've always known you could be. Start this conversation with yourself now. Let this moment mark the beginning of your transformation. Your new life is ready for you. All it takes is your decision to begin. Listen carefully. Right now, in this exact moment, your life is on the verge of transformation. Your entire existence, everything you become, everything you are, and everything you will ever be, all boils down to one thing: the conversation you're having with yourself at this very moment. That voice in your head, the one that's been telling you what you can and cannot do, what's possible and impossible, is the key to your change. Let me share something extraordinary about your brain. Every thought you think causes a biochemical reaction in your body. Every word you say to yourself activates specific neural networks in your brain. When you wake up each morning and tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this," you're not just thinking a thought. You're programming your brain's circuits to create that exact reality. Now, here's what's truly fascinating. Your brain cannot tell the difference between what's happening in your environment and what you're thinking about. That's why when you change your thoughts, you actually change the structure of your brain. This isn't philosophy, this is pure neuroscience. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. I'm about to share a challenge with you that will revolutionize your life in just 3 days. Yes, 3 days is all it takes to start rewiring your brain for success. But let me make one thing clear. These won't be ordinary days. These will be days of conscious, deliberate self-talk that will shake the very foundation of your reality. You see, most people live their entire lives on autopilot, letting their past dictate their future. They wake up each day, think of the same thoughts, which trigger the same emotions, which drive the same behaviors, creating the same experiences day after day. But you're about to break that cycle. When you change the way you speak to yourself, you change your brain. When you change your brain, you change your energy. And when you change your energy, you change your life. It's that simple and that profound. Think about it. Every great achievement in history began with someone telling themselves yes when the world was telling them no. Every breakthrough, every innovation, every triumph began with an inner dialogue that defied the current reality. Right? Stakes couldn't be higher right now. You're either reinforcing your limitations or breaking through them. You're either programming your brain for success or continuing to program it for more of the same. There's no middle ground. Your self-talk is either lifting you up or holding you back. Over the next 3 days, you'll learn how to become the architect of your destiny, through the precise and purposeful use of your inner dialogue. Destiny is the best. The truth is in your favor. The truth is in your favor. You're going to understand how to speak to yourself in a way that not only changes the structure of your brain, but alters your body's chemistry and transforms your personal reality. This isn't about just thinking positively. It's about reconstructing your brain. This isn't temporary motivation. This is permanent transformation. This is about becoming supernatural, about stepping beyond the limitations of your past and into a realm of infinite possibilities. Are you ready? Because once you understand this and truly apply it, there's no going back to your old self. The next 3 days will create ripples in your consciousness that will expand into waves of transformation in every area of your life. Let's take a closer look at what's actually happening in your brain right now. Every morning, when you wake up, within the first few minutes, your mind starts its familiar pattern. You begin thinking the same thoughts you thought yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that. These aren't random thoughts. They're part of a program running automatically, shaping your entire reality. Here's the truth. Your brain processes about 600, 0 to 700, 0 thoughts every single day. But here's the shocking part. 90% of those thoughts are exactly the same as the ones you had yesterday. You're literally thinking yourself into the same life, day after day, through this automatic routine. Now, your negative self-talk isn't just words running through your head. When you tell yourself, I'm not ready, or I can't afford this, or I'm not smart enough, your body believes every word. Your brain releases stress chemicals. Your genes express themselves differently. Your immune system changes, and your energy drops, all because of the words you're saying to yourself, likely without even realizing it. Think about it. Every time you have a thought, you make a chemical. If you have a fearful thought, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. If you have an angry thought, different chemicals flood your system. Your thoughts are literally creating your biological state. And here's the crucial part. Your body doesn't know the difference between an actual experience and one you're just thinking about. You've been unconsciously conditioning your body to become addicted to these negative emotional states. That's why change feels so difficult. Your body is literally fighting to maintain these familiar chemical states, even if they're making you miserable. It's like being addicted to your own personal pharmacy of emotions. Your limiting beliefs aren't facts. They're just thoughts you've repeated so many times they've become hardwired into your neural circuits. Thoughts like, I'm not good with money. My relationships always end badly. I'll never lose weight. These aren't truths. They're just neural networks that have been strengthened through repetition. Every time you repeat these thoughts, you're reinforcing these neural pathways. It's like walking the same path through a field of grass. The more you walk it, the more defined the path becomes. Your brain is literally shaped by your habitual thinking. This is why most people keep creating the same life circumstances over and over. They're thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same emotions, and attracting the same experiences. But here's the amazing thing about your brain. It's adaptable. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. Your brain is constantly wiring itself based on your thoughts and experiences. This means you're not stuck with your current neural pathways. You can create new ones. You can literally think yourself into a new state of being. The problem is, Most people wait for something in their outer world to change before they change their inner dialogue. They want to feel confident before they start talking to themselves confidently. They want to see success before they start thinking like a successful person. But that's backwards. Your external reality is simply a reflection of your internal dialogue. Your repetitive thoughts are creating your future right now, in this very moment. Your self-talk is either programming you for success or programming you for more of the same. There's no neutral ground. Every thought is either moving you toward what you want or keeping you stuck where you are. Right? That's why becoming aware of your current mental state is so important. You can't change what you're not aware of. And awareness is the first step in breaking free from these automatic patterns that have been running your life on autopilot. So, let me show you what happens in your brain when you begin directing your self-talk with purpose and intention. There's a principle in neuroscience that says neurons that fire together wire together. This means every time you think a thought, you're either strengthening existing neural connections or creating new ones. When you start speaking to yourself in a new way, something remarkable happens. Your brain literally begins to reorganize itself. It's like upgrading the operating system of a computer, except this computer is your mind. Every positive thought, every empowering statement you make to yourself isn't just words, it's electrical signals firing in your brain, creating new neural pathways. Let me make this more practical. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, instead of saying, I'm tired, or I don't want to get up, say with conviction, I'm excited for today. Or I'm full of energy. You're not just using different words. You're firing different neural networks. You're activating different genes. You're changing your brain's chemistry. And here's where it gets even more fascinating. Your brain can't tell if you're actually experiencing something or if you're just thinking about it. With enough emotional intensity, this is why Olympic athletes can improve their performance just by visualizing their routines. They're literally programming their neural networks through focused mental rehearsal. The same principle applies to your self-talk. When you combine clear, intentional self-talk with elevated emotion, you're not just thinking different thoughts. You're teaching your body a new way of being. You're creating what scientists call a new neural signature. This is how people make quantum leaps in their lives. They're not just changing their thoughts. They're changing their entire state of being. You create an incredible state of harmony when you're aligned in coherence. In this state, your heart and brain synchronize perfectly. This isn't just a figure of speech. It's something scientists can measure. They can actually detect the alignment between heart and brain waves. When you're in this state, you become a potent transmitter of new possibilities. Let me explain how this directly affects your daily life. When you wake up tomorrow and affirm, I am deserving of greatness, or I am capable of extraordinary things, and truly feel those words resonating within every part of your being, you're not simply engaging in positive thinking. You are actively rewiring your brain and transforming your energy. This is what makes focused self-talk so impactful. It goes beyond replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. It creates a fresh, energetic blueprint that becomes your new standard. It's about training your brain to fire in ways that align with the reality you want to experience. Think of it as adjusting a radio to a different station. Right now, your brain is tuned to specific channels based on your usual thought patterns. With intentional self-talk, you can switch to frequencies of success, health, abundance, and joy. The more you practice, the stronger and clearer these new frequencies become. The secret is consistency and genuine